Hi, I'm Cindy.
And then?
We're building our dream home in North Portugal. Now this week, we're inside. And we're now on day 47 of our build. Now, Dan, today, what's your mission?
Finish the electrics again. It's been an ongoing thing, but it's gonna happen today.
That's right, you've been working on it in our last video, and you still have a few finishing touches to do, right?
We've been pushed out again due to the heat. It's been insanely hot.
Yeah, right now Portugal has got like a weather alert happening because you read something like there's like 2% of Portugal who's not experiencing either moderate or severe drought.
Yeah.
And of course, it comes with extreme heat. So we're working with temperature of around 38 to 40 something degrees. So we're having to kind of split our days in half. But that's okay.
Yeah.
That's totally fine, yeah? So while you're working on the electric, I'm going to start putting the insulation in the bedroom. Now, last week, if you were with us, you would have seen me cut all of these guys up at 60. And my mission for today is going to start putting that up on the wall, right?
Yeah, in the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
as much as we can go.
Yeah.
We're also expecting a delivery today. Hopefully, we should get most of our windows and our front door as well. So once you're done with the electricity, it could be that you'll be working on the windows and so on and so on.
Yeah.
But right now, it's a bit hard to plan what the content of this video will be because we're always so dependent on delivery.
Yeah, for sure.
One thing is certain, we're on day 47. We're working inside the house. And let's make it happen.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Wow. To make things better, I have to work in long sleeve today. So pleasant. Wow. Okay. So. I can tell you one thing, guys. Just having these 2 layers up, and I already feel way less heat coming from outside. So we can imagine what it's going to look like or feel like when we have the plastic over this and then the gypsum. It's going to make for a very, very comfortable home. Hopefully toasty in the winter and cool in the summer. Well, we just came back from our afternoon break because we couldn't work. It was too hot. And now it is 36 degrees in the house, a little bit past 7 o'clock. It is really, really toasty in here. So we equipped ourselves with a bunch of solar lights. All of those are actually solar lights. And we have a special thank you to one of our subscribers, a German Portuguese lady who works in a shop in Bragance. You know who you are, who recommended these lights to us. Now, they're a little bit pricey, but they are so incredibly bright. And because of those, we think that we will be able to work in the evening because truly working in the afternoon it's not possible. It's not possible. What were you saying, Dan? That Bragance is now on the list of the 5 hottest cities in Portugal. Lucky us. We're now doing insulation, which means that I have to wear long sleeves. Um, we're not complaining. It's just the reality of the situation. And we just need to make the best out of it and find a way to work and finish this house. Because we're moving in 11 days. No, is it 11 days? In 19 days. 19 days. We have 19 days left to make this house as comfortable as we can, just so that, yeah, we can live in it and finish it. And these solar lights are a total game changer for us, right?
I hope so.
Yeah. So let me put a layer on and continue with the insulation of the bedroom. While you're doing this, more electricity, baby. Oh yeah, they are bright. Oh, they are good. Oh, lucky. Now, of course, some of you will say that to work with insulation the way I'm doing, I should be wearing a mask and I should be wearing long pants. You are absolutely right. But the reality of it is, I just can't tolerate the mask, nor can I tolerate the long pants. So it means that I need to be extra careful when I'm dealing with the insulation because I don't want my skin to be itchy everywhere later, right?
Yeah.
So you're doing this, I'm doing that. Oh. Ooh, it is hot, people. Let's put a layer on. Oh, yo, yo. It is hot, hot, hot.
Yes.
Oh yeah! Wow! That is some seriously bright light. Okay, we can work in here in the evening.
I put the remote there.
Wow, I can tell they work here. I can tell they work here.
Let's see if that is what the solar panel on the side of the wall here tomorrow, depending on when the sun comes.
Now, of course, once we're done with working in the evening and we live here, these lights will be moved outside because we don't intend to have such a bright light in the living room. But for now, it's a total game changer for us, right? Boom. Video done.
Nice.
Bedroom done. I'm really pleased with my work.
You should be.
I've done it. I've insulated the entire bedroom. Well, most of it, because that wall still needs to be done here. But yeah, I'm really happy with that.
Should be.
I think.
Good job.
Good job. Day 48.
Mm-hmm.
Day 48 of our build. Now we're starting the day a little bit bummed. Kinda bittersweet. Because this morning when I edited yesterday's segment, we realized that our phone had shut down when we got this amazing delivery. So which means that you guys didn't get to see it. And our delivery guys, whom we got authorization to film, are not going to have the chance to see each other in this video because when we were setting up the phone, it shut down because it overheated.
Mm-hmm.
But having had the delivery yesterday means that today, Dan,
Can start with the windows.
we can start with the windows. In fact, Dan, you're going to be working on the windows most of the day.
Yeah.
As long as the
weather allows.
And I will be back inside working on the insulation. So we have received a total of 8 windows. We have 1 window missing and 2 glass doors. We are hoping to get those maybe next week if we're lucky.
Yeah.
And but at least with the windows, some windows in place and some insulation in place, it means that the weather or the temperature inside the house is going to be getting
a bit better, right?
a bit better. Hopefully. Now today again we plan to cut the day in half, so it means working in the morning, taking a break in the afternoon and coming back in the evening. Now that we've got these great solar lights in place, we can actually have very long days.
Yeah.
Yesterday we worked until 11:30, something like that. So yeah, but it is a push to the finish line. But we're gonna finish, guys. We are gonna finish. That's for sure, right?
Yeah, just have to do it.
Just have to do it. On that note, day 48. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Now, Dan, you're starting with the bedroom window first, right?
Uh-huh.
What's the thinking behind it?
We don't work in the same space.
Correct, because I'm going to be working in the living room. Now, the heat is going to make the filming of this task a little bit tricky because, of course, we'd like to have the camera outside, and we know that the phone shuts down when it overheats. So, yeah, we're going to give you the best bits of window installation as much as we can, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool stuff. Okay. Oh, the goats are on the land. They're having a snack on our vines and on the silva a little bit. We don't mind. We'll sacrifice a few grapes for not having to pull silva up.
Yeah.
Just have to wet so that you don't eat the sunflower. Okay? Now, Dan, this window is from the major hardware store, right? It is 58 times
110. The framing is 110.
The framing is 110. The window itself is 1, right? And then some of you might wonder why there's a gap on either side and all of that. Why is that, Dan?
Because when we built the frame, we was not sure if we're going to have 120 windows or 110 windows or one. We opted up to go for the maximum height of the window. So we just have to put the thing up there, and then we're going to foam it in place, and it's going to be cladded from the outside. So it's all good.
And then you've used some little plastic thingy here.
Yeah, it's
you want to talk about those?
Just to get the height up, when you adjust the window to get it more or less in level, and these lock in place, so they form like a, and then you can just set the height of them as you want to have them. If you want to have them higher, you can put 2, and if you want to have it lower, you can just slide it in, or you can stack more than 2 on top of each other.
Right. And that means that basically the window is level, you know that you just take the measurement, it's not going to move, and then...
It's just to hold it in place while I put some screws there, and then when the screws are there, I take them off, because then the weight of the window is going to be held, except for the one that in the bottom. We're going to put some wood here in the bottom to keep the weight of it, so it doesn't just hang on the screws.
Right. Awesome. So... anything more to say about our windows?
No, I don't think so. We're going to have more gap is going to be on top, because we don't want to push the window too high. And then we're just going to clad this with a 12 millimeter board or something like that to make it look nice.
Now the board, we have not decided it. We've not picked it. We've not
bought it or anything. So.
No, so we need to check what's available at either our main supplier, Davide Uno, or at the major hardware store.
Yeah.
Right? Now it's not really urgent to do this.
No, we're just going to foam it in place, so we at least the heat is staying on the outside and the cooler air is on the inside, I think.
Exactly. So for our moving date, what we're going to have is a bit of foam sticking out of our windows.
It's going to be a little bit of foam here and there in every plastic, and somewhat that can move in at least. It's the main thing. And then when we're here, it's easier to just do we have the material, we can do a window a day or whatever we want to do. It's easier when we're here. We don't have to travel back and forth to base camp and get our stuff and charge the batteries. And it's a big process every time you come down the field.
There's a lot of puzzle pieces that needs to fall in place in order for us to be here and be working efficiently, right?
And in the beginning, we kept on forgetting stuff all the time.
All the time.
The phone or batteries or water, or we had to go
back.
Up and down,
lunch.
Up and down.
Except for the boys.
Yeah.
We've always had the boys with us, but actually, mind you, once we almost forgot Griff here. But
it's gonna be easier, I think, when we're here. So.
Yeah. And now there's 1 windows out of the 8 that we have, and more or less installed, and pretty happy with that. So good job, babe.
I think it's gonna go smoother from here on as well.
You worked out the process, right?
Yeah, exactly. Even though we dropped the window, it's still intact.
So while Dan's been working on the windows, as you can see, I've been pretty busy. I've almost put the 2 layers of insulation everywhere on our back kitchen wall. I only have a tiny corner to do there at the end. But right now, it's getting hot.
Yeah, we need to go and escape the heat now. I think we'll come back in the evening.
Absolutely. We'll take a shower and then we'll come back this evening or in just a few seconds for you. So we're back from our break. It is now around 8:15 and 31 degrees in the house, right?
Yeah.
Now, Dan, if I get it right, you are working on the living room windows.
Yes. That's it.
Dan's working on the living room windows. And in case you wonder, I'm still putting up some insulation. Thankfully, it's not so hot right now, so it's a bit more tolerable to have long sleeves on. So, enough talking. Let's make the most of the daylight.
Yeah. Space.
Not a phone.
Not a phone.
Guys, this window is super weird, right?
Yeah, I've never seen a window like this before. But then again, I'm not a window installer.
So we got it from the major European hardware store. And if you take the cheapest model, know that it kind of opens up all the way that way. And you've got the, how do you call them, babe?
Well, like the drip tray or the drip holes are down here. if you get water exposure, it goes out down here.
But that's not the weird part. The fact that there's drip thing. It's just the opening that is just completely.
Well, the drip, where the water goes needs to be the direction of the window, so it's only one way to mount the window.
Yeah.
And that's this way.
Which means it opens up. It tilts, thankfully, but you can't really open the whole thing up. If you do, you get a window dangling
Down like that.
down like that.
Maybe it's the design, I don't know.
Yeah, well,
It's the window we got.
it's the window we got.
It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Mostly this window, it's just to create an extra ventilation for whenever we take showers. And also right here, we're gonna have the washer and the dryer. So it's always good to have a bit more window.
Yeah.
Ideally, should our budget have allowed it, we would have liked to have a bigger window. But we had to make some compromise. Inflation.
Yeah, it's insane.
And that's part of the compromise that we made.
Yeah. So is the door, by the way.
Oh, God.
You will see tomorrow.
The door is so ugly.
Yeah, it's really ugly.
Oh, my God. It is not our dream front door. But we're going to pimp it up.
Yeah, paint it up and make it look nicer. Hopefully, it's going to look nicer.
It can't look worse than what it is now. It's so bad.
Yeah.
You'll see it tomorrow.
It's really ugly.
Oh, well.
So
with this done, you're about ready to call it, right?
Yeah, I'm just going to take away the support on the other side. And
meanwhile, let me show you my progress in the main living area. Certainly not a whole lot left to do. Just a little bit here, and then I've got the front wall of the living room, which means that tomorrow it's going to be another long sleeve day for me. Oh well, it is what it is. Anyway, you'll see it in just a few seconds, so stick around. Another beautiful day.
Another hot day.
Oh, today, tomorrow, and the day after, we're supposed to average temperature between 39 and 41 degrees, according to Google. But we know that Google is always wrong. In fact, when it's hot, it's hotter. So we're expecting temperature between 40 and maybe 46, 48 degrees.
Yeah.
Insane.
Sadly.
Insane. But anyway, the good thing is, though, with all the insulation that I've put up, we're totally feeling a difference in the house. Huh?
A really difference. By 10 degrees, I would say, for sure.
Mm-hmm. It's 26 degrees in the house right now. And although we're missing some doors and windows, it is totally bearable to work here this morning.
Yeah.
So what's your plan, Dan, for today?
I'm going to try to foam up the windows or tighten the cracks a bit so we can retain the cool air inside and don't let the hot air in, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully put the door in place.
Oh, that'd be great. The ugly door.
The ugly door.
But let's see if that happens, because just foaming, it's quite a job in this heat, and you'll be inside and outside.
Yeah.
So we don't want to set your expectation too high. But we think that by the end of this video, you will see how ugly our front door is. So let's waste no time, Dan.
Let's just do it.
Let's just do it.
What I'm gonna do is staple some plastic on the outside and staple it on the facade, and then tape the plastic on the frames so the foam is not going out too much. It just stays a bit there, and then we only have one side to trim. We tried it before and it works quite well in the if you do it somewhat proper. So let's see how it goes. So, a couple of windows done. Take you outside and see how it is. Basically, you just staple plastic on the facade, and then we tape it on the frame to limit the leakage of foam that goes out. And then we hopefully just have one side to trim. See how it goes.
Yeah, because we've got all the wires behind this piece is actually really tricky to hold. So stapling some plastic, total game changer.
Keep it in place until we get to it.
And so we get the permanent plastic up.
And the gypsum.
And the gypsum.
Oh.
Yeah, good stuff.
We're gonna go out and tape the windows.
And I just have that piece up there to do to complete my goal for today. Well, for this morning.
This morning, yeah. And then we have to go, even though it's only 30 degrees here now.
Yeah, it's the up and down the ladder that's the killer.
And with the heat, the dust of the insulation is
Oh,
and they
sticky.
get itchy and
So sticky. So then you're just putting the plastic right behind the window? The tape, okay. So that when we get more spray foam, you're ready to get the job done. Well, we promised it to you. Here it is. Our very ugly front door. Totally deprived of any personality. There isn't much good to say about it other than it's cheap. Ideally, what we would have liked is to find a nice wooden antique door. But we've been looking on Facebook Marketplace and we didn't strike any luck. Yeah. So
it is what it is. I mean,
it is what it is. It looks like one of those hotel resort door. So if you're building a hotel, great pick. But there is, I mean, even like when you look at the major hardware store, even like in the upper price bracket, there really wasn't anything that we could say that, oh my God.
They all look too modern in our taste, I think.
Yes. The thing that we could do though with this door is that there's a really good base to either put some tongue and groove on it, the same tongue and groove that we have for the floor, and then paint it. Yeah. Or there's also the possibility to use it for the ice cream kiosk later. Because for an ice cream kiosk, this works.
The back door.
The back door.
But for now, I think we keep it white and install it, and then we just paint it in a greenish color that we talked about.
Yeah. So you're saying greenish. I'm kind of for that. I'm also up for red. Red just as a souvenir from Malta.
Yeah.
Our doors in a flat that we stayed for a very, very long time, and which we absolutely adore when we lived in Malta, was red. So that could be another option.
It's gonna stick out a bit too much down here, I think so.
Yeah, and I've also talked about yellow, like a mustardy yellow, the same mustardy yellow as the sofa, which could be cool. So if you have any preference of color, please let us know. We're a bit puzzled. We can also
have one color on the inside and one color on the outside.
Yeah, we could also have one color on the inside, one color on the outside. Yeah. But one thing is certain,
It's not gonna stay white.
It's not going to stay white. So now the options are green, red, or yellow. And then what we are shopping for right now is a knocker. We found a really cool dragonfly knocker on Etsy. So that's going to give it a bit more personality. But yeah, that again, if you're building a hotel or a resort, please, by all means, this door would be perfect. As a front door,
maybe not so much.
It's a bit of a letdown.
It
But
will
anyway,
do its job.
It will close, it will lock, and it's going to do its job. Exactly. And then later, when we strike gold on Facebook Marketplace, or I really wish there was a Craigslist in Portugal, or the equivalent of Craigslist, so that we can kind of find something that has a bit more personality. But for now, it'll do.
It's not the door we wanted,
but it's the door we got.
Let's see what this comes with.
Done. With pretty much all the windows installed, except for the one that we have missing in the kitchen, and the 2 glass doors
in the back. Yeah,
it's looking pretty good, right?
Yeah, I think so. Can return tonight and put plastic on, I think.
Hopefully, yeah. Let's see. Now, in terms of insulation, I'm pretty much done with everything that I can do, and we've got the keys to our front door. So to us, it's starting to feel like home.
Yeah.
On that note, I think it's fair to say that we can close this video or end this video for this week. Again, thank you so very much for watching us. Now, we're not sure if we're going to have electricity or not by the time you watch this video. But make no mistake, if you leave a comment, we'll catch up with them as soon as we're hooked up to the grid.
Or when we go to town and have internet.
Or when we go to town and have internet, exactly. But because interacting with you guys, it's one of the greatest joys we have in doing these videos. So, again, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much for watching.
Thank you so much.
And see you guys next week. Got the keys?